Razwan Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. It was a absolutely on point, refreshing 6 miles today. Woke up a little later than normal, so had to cut it to 6 miles. I'll get back into double-digit mileage tomorrow. Had a sort of a date night with the significant other, so woke up a little later than I normally woke up, but nonetheless still got it done. Got a great day planned today. A lot of things getting ready to get done over here in the Move Swiftly world, Move Swiftly sports marketing, sports management world, and all of that brings me to the topic of today's Move Swiftly thought. My president, our president, your president, and the GOAT, Mr. Nick Saban, are in the news for potentially, again, this isn't official yet, but so what happened was President Donald Trump went and did the commencement speech at the University of Alabama, and I didn't listen to his whole speech, but I listened to the introduction that was given by none other than the GOAT himself, Nick Saban, who it's pretty cool to say that the last college football game he coached, he was a loss to the Michigan Wolverines. It's a pretty cool thing to say, actually. That's probably the best. That's probably my favorite part of all the great things he's done. The last loss of Nick Saban's legendary college football coaching career was a loss in the Rose Bowl to the Michigan Wolverines. It's pretty cool to say that. I'll start off by saying that. So, on a serious note, though, so the news has come out that they're potentially, and it's likely, I don't know how likely it is, I don't know what rumored, but there's been some discussion about them getting together and creating a sports commission that is going to serve to clean up a lot of the mess that we see in college athletics and, particularly college football and college basketball, how NIL is, taking the sport kind of by the neck. And, a lot of people who were in control are not in control anymore. It's just no control between NIL, the transfer portal, and all the stuff that I've talked about extensively. That is what they are planning on cleaning up. And I'm bringing all of this up because it's like I say on multiple occasions, you got to stay ready so you don't got to get ready. I'm going to say it again nice and slow, but for the people in the back, stay ready so you don't got to get ready. Understand the significance that is for me being that during that time, which was about a year and a half ago now, is when I wrote my latest book titled Transferring D1, which is your college guide on how to navigate college athletics, all right? And when I wrote that book, there was a lot of things that I put in that book that Nick Saban went and said on interviews in terms of making sure there's a loyalty to the players, making sure, not a loyalty to the players, but a player is loyal to the university, and then make sure that the money is being spread around to other sports and Olympic sports, and making it so, it's an actual fair, it's college athletics, it's not just college football. And he was thinking the same way I was thinking in terms of what I put in the book, in terms of what he said on camera in interviews. In fact, I remember during that time there was, a lot of his exit interviews and the last interviews and stuff like that he gave. A lot of the stuff I was putting in the book, he was actually saying on camera. And seeing that I live out here in West Palm Beach and South Florida area now, and this is where President Trump is mostly known now, this is where he spends most of his time and stuff like that, it's just going to become a natural connection between myself and whatever comes out of this commission, where they're going to be actively looking for people like me who've been on the ground level, played college sports at the level I played at, can look at things from the bottom up, and has the material, has the platform already set up to where, look, it's just a matter of not enough people knowing who I am. In fact, I'll close you out with this, because me and my girl were talking about this last night in terms of the biggest obstacle in my way at the moment, in terms of why I'm not where it is I want to be, or I don't know if it's possible to ever get where you want to be in that regard. But in terms of the biggest issue, the biggest problem I have right now in my business, the biggest obstacle, I should say, is not enough people know who I am. So as long as I can, but it's not a matter of me not being good enough, all right? It's a difference when your biggest problem is that you're just not good enough to do what it is you say you want to do. It's a different thing when you're actually prepared and got yourself good enough to do the thing you want to do, and it's just a matter of people knowing who you are. That's all it would need. It would need, a sponsor, a connection, position or a situation in which, you know, Donald Trump and President Donald Trump and Nick Saban, Coach Nick Saban, would come up with in terms of reach out to some of the young sports minds, the creative minds, the ones that have their own platforms and built it out like this. Everything I'm about, that's ultimately what's going to come of this situation, this sports commission. So again, I implore you all to go with your gut, go with your heart, go with what's going to be best for you and your situation and your family and your business, and don't go with the identity politics, because as we can see, the identity politics would have had, you know, guys playing in girl sports and a bunch of stuff. I don't even have time to get into all the nonsense that I've been seeing from Kamala and Joe Biden and all the nonsense that they've been on lately, to the point where I don't even want to bring them up on my platform. We're going to focus on the things that are going to be conducive to our development. We're going to be focusing on the things that are going to make us better. We're going to be focused on the things that's going to keep getting us to our bag, baby, and raising and building out strong families and building out a solid foundation. So all that being said, main website to check out to dive deeper into my work. Please be sure you are inquiring about the Employee Development Workshop. The main website is makeyourmove.com. That's MAKEYAMOVE.com. One-stop shop for your teamwork and your self-development needs. As one, Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.